What's up, everybody? This is your boy Mateo, and this is YouKnowIGotSoul.com.
So, we just heard some of your songs, and you talked about working with Kerry. You've been working with him for a while. So, talk to me about how you originally linked up with him and what it's been like working with him.
Originally linked up with Crucial through Produce. Used to be a VJ on TRL, TV TRL, and I was at MySpace Records at the time because of Produce, because Produce actually brought me over to MySpace Records, and we wanted to do a remix to a song that Complicated called Complicated, and I met Crucial then. So like a year later, when I was leaving the label, he had his own label. He was like, I'm trying to sign artists, I want to sign you. Okay. So it was like the perfect time.
Yeah. And what's it been like working with him?
Oh man, it's been great. It's always great when you can do the music you love, the type of music you want to do, but you can even raise the bar, raise the standards of it. And someone like Crucial, we've been working with Alicia and a lot of other artists, really big artists that are really into music and gear and like, this is the dopest guitar you can use, or this is dope like little plug-in or rack piece or whatever it is. It just takes it to the next level because I was making music out of a bedroom. I've been making music period from a studio in a bedroom for the past couple of years. So to be able to work out of this nice studio and work with someone who really knows music and appreciates stuff like that, it's been great.
Cool. So talk to me about the song you have out now, Power. Give me some background on the song and how it came together.
So we were trying to come together with like mixtape joints, figure out what we want to do, and we ended up. I love that song Power. And I had this idea. I was like, I want to try to remix it so that it sounds like kind of like this epic, strings and like just something epic. And so I was like, what if I sing some of the lyrics that he's actually rapping? And it just kind of unfolded from there, and it kind of came together. And then we were able to get Ab Live, Pusha T to jump on it. And it was perfect.
Cool.
Yeah.
And I got a chance to hear some of the songs in here tonight, but for those who haven't had a chance to hear it, what can they expect to hear on that mixtape, which is coming out?
You're gonna hear a lot of things that are familiar. Like songs that you definitely know of. But you're gonna hear some new stuff in those songs because we totally remixed them, totally changed them up. I think we're not only just trying to go for like big, powerful music, but also go with stuff that's big, powerful, but also intimate. And that's the whole name of that mixtape, the Stadium. It's like that play on this big stadium, this big, epic sounding music, but also it's about love and it's about matters of the heart. And that's how we're doing it.
Cool. You mentioned on the mixtape you're going to try some different things, some variations of sounds. How would you describe your style of music? Like when you're going to put together an album, what's your style of music? How would you describe it?
That's always the hardest question because a lot of people want to say like something specific. I mean, my style has been influenced by so many different types of music. Like it's got some hip hop elements because of some of that the sound of the drums and how big they sound. But they're played in a way that we do it in a way that's kind of more like alternative. Like I love Coldplay types of stuff. Like very sweeping melodies, really huge productions, and everything's usually piano based. I play piano, so and usually the song they originate from piano. And that's how they usually come out. So that's kind of the style. It's kind of like a little bit R&B soul, but also has a little bit of like kind of pop alternative to it.
Okay, cool. For an artist like yourself, it's such a struggle for artists coming up trying to make it big. What qualities do you think you possess that give you an advantage, to kind of be successful in this industry?
I think it's always persistence. I mean, you're gonna get 1,000 no's before that one yes. So it's always about pushing through. I remember there was this quote that this is in this booklet that I got from the Kanye West tour, and it said, "Would you believe in what you believe in if you're the only one to believe it?" And I totally believe. I believe in that. Like I'm gonna stand fast and hold to what I believe is really great music, and keep pushing. So it's that, and then also, it's discipline and just knowing like, you can't just make music. You gotta get it out there. So you gotta be able to you know, get into the business side of things and try to, you know, mix it up and try to make things happen. So.
Okay, cool. And just one last thing, you know, looking past the mixtape, you know, what's in the future for Mateo in terms of debut album, anything like that? You know, what do you see in the future?
Yeah, a great release of a mixtape, and then we've been working on album songs. So an album being released this year. Looking forward to that. And just making a really big impact on the music world. And then this next year. So,
yeah.
So I'm looking forward to that.
Cool.
Yeah, man.
Do you mind just doing a drop for You Know I Got